It's not always easy to find them among the big hitting theatre shows and big name stand-ups. But each year there are also dozens of improv shows on the Fringe. You can't buy their script or watch them on DVD, and improv doesn't lend itself to reviews by critics like me. And yet this overlooked art form is coming of age, with Showstopper in the West End and Fast and Loose on BBC Two. This is a form that's breaking out of its whose line is it anyway ghetto, as the different types of improv on this year's Fringe demonstrate.
Now, my friend Tom in the purple tie is always getting himself stuck to things. Last week it was a Land Rover, before that it was a gazebo. So what thing is he stuck to today? Anything?
Mosquito net.
An umbrella, brilliant. An umbrella / mosquito net. Let's go for that.
Because the audience can get involved, it's really intimate, and you can be part of the show. Whereas with sketch, sometimes with stand-up, you know it's scripted, and often even in sketch, and stand-up, some of the funniest bits are the mistakes, and then or certain people in the audience saying or doing weird things, and then the commenting on it.
Tom! I'm a bloody midget caught in a net! Don't worry, buddy.
The Noise Next Door are one of several energetic young troupes who situate their improv work firmly within the comedy world.
Now, where's the first place he goes? It could be anywhere.
We give them complete free rein on suggestions. We'll do it, we'll take it, and if the room wants it, we'll do it.
Where? In a pottery, thank you. I've done the saucers.
Have you?
Yeah, all finished. In the kiln.
Would you like to help me with this pot? Oh, my love, my darling.
No, not so quick, not so quick.
Not all acts see improv as exclusively about making people laugh. Neil Ashdown's a veteran of both improbable theatre and the Comedy Store Players, and is now performing with the Phill Jupitus Quartet in Made Up.
The whole point of it is to watch people in the process of creativity as opposed to watching people who have spent 4 weeks or 6 weeks creating to the point where they're ready. We're up here at the Fringe, and the majority of shows are either stand-up or theatre, and improvisation sometimes seems to me somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, if anyone's got books in their bags, can they hold them up now?
The School of Night are theatre improvisers, disciples of the late, great Ken Campbell. They use improv to channel centuries-old tradition and literary spirits.
The School of Night is what we call bardic improvisation, hard bardic improvisation, which means we take on some of the most challenging literary and theatrical forms and improvise in them.
Improvisation is about getting the thinking, kind of cerebral part of the head out of the way to get something a bit more primal or instinctual.
In fact, we don't use the word improvisation, we prefer the older word extemporization or even channeling.
When we evoke a dead writer, for instance, we summon them. Sylvia Plath. £2 only.
Her day had been like this, pieces stuck together, pieces she was trying to reassemble, much like her life.
I took part in a short workshop with the School of Night, in which, terrifyingly, we had to improvise a story in the style of Chaucer.
You're doing English words in a funny foreign accent and pretending it's Middle English, but within this 5-beat pulse and these couplet schemes. So the sense of a pilgrimage, the journey of someone's trade, the cameraman's tale.
A cameraman, right.
Cameraman's tale.
In olden times, in Hollywood's gold age, when silent movies they were all the rage,
there was some man who from the camera standa and film the action with a steady hand.
He stood behind his camera every day, and when he filmed he always wished to say,
"You there, you Chaplin, Harold Lloyd or Keaton, bring on the Keystone Cops! Yes, let's get beaten!"
It's not easy, maybe that's why they call it hard bardic. When I tried channeling, my self-consciousness and intrusive thoughts didn't give the spirit of Chaucer a look in.
Check the gate.
And cameraman, he had an eye so black, his eye began to weep, alas, alack.
And so he was banished, 'tis not surprising, and now makes a career in advertising.
Have you found gold in this new land, Brando?
I've been traveling for many years.
It's often dismissed as just under-rehearsed comedy, but in the hands of these performers, improvisation is returning to its roots as the original art form, the simplest way to get unheard-of stories and moments of inspiration onto the stage.
And if you think of a theatrical performance, there's sets, there's music, there's all the lights, there's all these things. And if you just stand in a room with just some lights turned on and 4 chairs and do a show which creates environments and worlds and stories and jokes, it sort of feels like it's undermining the whole world of, I mean, in a way, it's quite a subversive medium, really.
There is a possibility that just making stuff up is better than writing it down.
Writing things down is a much younger art form than actually making stuff up. You know, so actually we're doing a much more ancient thing, which is in the roots of our civilization and all of our civilizations, which is immediacy of storytelling.